man. How you doing today? Can I pick your brain?
Of course.
Okay.
It's always fun.
Listen, so the question I have is, what's the difference between Ayurveda and Reiki?
To start with a few, Ayurveda is originated out of India. Reiki is originated out of Japan. But the one I really, I'm a Reiki Master of Westernized, so it's more from the U.S., from this side of the world.
Okay.
It has the concepts of the original one, but, it's Westernized.
Okay.
So those are some differences. And there's like four different type of Reiki too. So, because different areas kind of practice it with different twists, like different Christianity or something.
Okay, so Ayurveda got the doshas.
Yes, it has 3 doshas that they work on. And it basically explains how you operate. Are you better at 2 a.m? Should you sleep or eat at 2 in the afternoon? What is your biggest meal of the day? Like, what should your biggest meal of the day be?
Okay, so it basically goes off like a I want to say genetic clock.
That's kind of how I see it. I see it as more like your makeup, like how were you born, like your kind of like your zodiac, if you want to say, like these are your characteristics. Well, these for the dosha are your if you're a pitta, you're more of a pitta. You're more like hot, heat. You get hot and sweaty more.
Okay.
Things like that. But you don't like. You would be better, in the winter, like going skiing. Like that person would be better doing those activities. Okay, so it's kind of like
it's your ultimate characteristics.
Exactly.
It's like what you gonna really be good at or good for.
Yeah, like
in the world.
If you're not supposed to be up at 2 a.m. and you have a job that works nights, you're not gonna operate well because your makeup is not supposed to do that. You're going to be gaining weight more because you're not supposed to be eating at those times, or you're supposed to be sleeping at certain times. So once you figure out what dosha you are, then you can operate a little bit better. Some people have a balanced doshas where you're all 3, but that's kind of like rare, and you do try to get balance. You do.
Okay. Because
it's just easier to operate if you're around the clock is more balanced. But depending on what your makeup is, it's better for you to kind of go towards exactly what that is, especially in the beginning, because you're usually more 1 dosha or you're 2. Like you're a mixture of like you're 1 main dosha, but then you have a secondary dosha under it.
Okay.
And then you'll have maybe some characteristics of the third, but sometimes you won't.
So in ways, if you, I feel like that's like a cheat code then. Because if you could just figure your dosha out, then you could just operate better in life, period. Because you know what hours of the day and what things you should do to do that.
Exactly. So with holism, it like I just incorporate every little thing. Like, they're from 2 different, Ayurveda and Reiki are from 2 different parts of the world, different cultures, everything. But same concept, being well and finding a balance and staying aligned and always prospering and things like that.
That's fire. I'm not going to gas it. That's fire because I can see why those 2 go great together. Mm-hmm. It's like hot sauce and ketchup. It's like I feel like you can just put those together. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it goes together. Like ham and burger. You know what I mean? Like, but that's good though. That's truly good that you have actually came to the realization of that early and you learned both, you studied both.
Well, I've learned a bunch of other different type of energy healings and different type of ways of living, or just ways of understanding the body, because different type of everybody, there's individuals that have great minds and from different parts of the world, so they have used their culture and different sciences to find, this person, why do we do certain things, or why do we interact certain ways? Mm-hmm. So that's how Ayurveda came, or Reiki came, or what's another, Bioenergy that came, and it's how to get this sickness out of your body, or heighten energy. So
that's what bioenergy is about?
Yes, it's about your energy. You can feel vibrations basically in a person. So if you stand real close to someone, you can kind of feel their energy, right?
Yeah,
all energy and electric and all those great things. So it works with those things. So bioenergy is more,
and you know, and you got that under your belt too.
Yes, I'm also a bioenergy healer. I can help with degenerative diseases. I can help with anything that has to do with like rheumatoid arthritis or pains from medications or things like that, or just things that are progressing, like gonna get worse and things like that.
So you just like, you not even a triple, you like a king said threat. How you even how you
multi-threat,
you know,
because it's not just those things. You know, I'm also a master herbalist, so I also help with just figuring out a balanced diet and making sure, because not everybody can afford the top things or can afford to really provide all their food in their backyard if they don't live in a place where they can do that. So just more based on that individual. Holism is about the whole person, the individual person, how this person's life. People live in urban life.
So exactly. So it can be different in different places.
Yeah.
And you might have to take different precautions, but you can get to the same place.
Yeah. Thank you. There's the same end journey, bliss.
I definitely.
You're coming from that misery to bliss. You don't want, to keep dealing with toxicity. You just want to just keep chugging along clean air.
I see. So you are really like opening up like a path of enlightenment towards how this could be used every day, like how you can use a holistic way for everyday life if you really focus. Because now I'm interested. Now I'm intrigued about Ayurveda now, because it's like I need to get into that and figure out what my dosha is. What's my first and secondary. And I need to operate on that schedule, because I find myself sometimes stuck. Like, and when I realize, like, late at night, like, around 2 a.m., it's funny you even said that, I'm the most creative around that time. You know what I mean? But the way life is, you would have me sleeping around that time. So I'm sleeping through my most creative times, and then I wake up in a place of cloudiness, like, because you got all these thoughts that was just there, but they wasn't put to like on some paper. They was put in the file cabinet.
Exactly. I used to wake up at 5 or 8 in the morning. That'd be too late for me. I would have to wake up at 5 in the morning because that works better for me. So I understand what you're saying. So once you would find your dosha out, yes, it would be definitely beneficial for your. And I don't think it's because of the masses. They have your mind believing that you should do this. Oh, we go to sleep. I used to have to go to sleep at 8 at night, and that was too early for me. I more should go to sleep at 10, but now it's like in my makeup.
Yeah, because back in the day, I used to stay up all night. I'd be up to 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? And I actually wasn't tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But evening shifts are sometimes better for people because they need to be able to sleep that whole morning, and then they can start their day around 11, 12 o'clock. It works better for them.
Okay, exactly. I can see, man, and that's what it's really about for me, is trying to make, because again, the skepticism be there. So for me to believe in it or try to be intrigued in it, I got to see the connection, and there is the connection for me where I could just figure out how to move in life. I mean, I really am trying to be vibrating higher. Like, again, if I could cure myself from disease, natural disease, and outer extremity disease with my mind, I feel like you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's no way I could just not know how to do that. I cannot just live my whole life and just never know how to do that.
And that's also what the doshas, when you're interested in Ayurveda, that's what the doshas also help you with, to prevent also diseases, because you might manifest a disease because you're incorporating something your dosha is not supposed to be taking. Like if you're, believe it or not, a pitta, and you're always hot, you're not supposed to be taking in hot sauce or hot foods, spicy foods, because it activates the heat and makes you more hot. So it's going to manifest in your gut or wherever the illness or whatever is.
You talking that talk. I like that. That makes sense. What you saying makes so much sense. It's like if you're a water creature and you've been already adapted to live on Earth, you're not going to be able to be put back in that water. It's not going to be the same.
No.
You know what I mean? Because you already changed that strain of what you are, and now you something different. Like, so it's like, I hear what you're saying, like, if that made any sense what I just said.
Well, the kapha, that one is more earthy. That one's the dry, the more land one. So if you're a kapha versus a pitta or a vata is more water, pitta is more hot. So you're more, if you're a kapha, you're more going to be like, you're going to need those earthy things, but you're not going to be, like, you'll be able to be balanced, but you can't be too hot. You have to be balanced, basically.
Okay.
You can't be too hot. You can't be too wet, like too moist. You can't be too dry. You have to be, like, always moisturized, but you can't always be too greasy, if you want to say that, you know.
Yeah.
You just got to, like, and with the vata, like, you can't be too dry at all. Like, you have to be moist. You always got to be greasy, if you want to say.
Yeah,
That's you don't never
is.
like, you have, like, it's gonna be too hot for you to put any grease on you.
Okay.
Like, you just no. So bottom line is, yes, doshas are important. You need to find out your dosha, and once you do, it should help you with your life.
Awesome. I appreciate you. Hope we can speak again soon.
Definitely.